Hello, Bucs fans. Adam Slivon here. I'm happy to report that Tampa Bay remains undefeated in the preseason after winning a nail biter in the Steel City. Taking in the game, early trends are apparent on the offensive and defensive side of the football. Which players are making life more difficult for general manager Jason Light and the Bucs front office? Roster cuts are coming really soon. On the flip side, who disappointed? I'm excited to break it all down in this week's edition of Top 10 Takeaways, starting with number 1. It came down to the last second, but the Bucs pulled off a 17-14 win in Pittsburgh. What did it come down to? Kicker Chase McGlaughlin. If you weren't aware, Chase Bank is always open. Doesn't matter if it's a Saturday or Sunday. It was a stalemate for much of the game, but they emerged victorious over the Steelers. Number 2. Standing at 2-0 this preseason would not have been possible without quarterback Teddy Bridgewater. Bridgewater, who finished the game 6 for 11 for 85 yards and 2 touchdowns, looked like a capable backup for someone new to the offense. Playing with the starters, the veteran signal caller fit right in, and his touchdown throws to running back Bucky Irving and wide receiver Emeka Egbuka were 2 of the best plays of the night. Number 3. Bridgewater's performance does raise the question about his future in Tampa Bay. In a good way for him, and in a bad way for incumbent backup Kyle Trask. After head coach Todd told me last week that Bridgewater would make an appearance, he started the game over Trask and impressed more than the former Gator did in the opener. Trask remains quarterback 2 for now, but will Teddy Two Gloves push him and remain on the 53-man roster? Number 4. What else stood out right away was the fact the defense had 3 interceptions. Again, deja vu. And Todd Bowles' defense, it's looking good. Cornerback Kendall Vildor caught my eye the most as he had an interception with 2 pass breakups. Vildor will be making this team as the 5th corner, and it appears likely they keep 6 of them on the roster. Number 5. Others in the secondary who played well include fellow cornerbacks Jacob Parrish, Zyon McCollum, and Javian Farr, as well as do-it-all defensive back Christian Izien. Failing to record an interception yet during training camp, it was nice to see McCollum nab just a second pass thrown in the night by Mason Rudolph. For Parrish and Farr, each rookie played well when they saw the field. In particular, Parrish's physicality stood out, while Farr, he's fit right in as someone else new to the program. Number 6. How about these inside linebackers, folks? Nick Jackson recorded his 2nd sack in as many preseason games. John Bullock, who's pictured here, he also added one. And then Antonio Greer Jr., his interception at the end proved to be the deciding factor. After the team surprisingly, perhaps shockingly, went without drafting an inside linebacker in the draft, the Bucs have found some intriguing options between Jackson, Bullock, and Greer. At the end of the roster, they can provide some serious upside. Number 7. It would be a disservice to not mention punter Riley Dixon. Yeah, we're talking punters here. Pewter reports Josh Capo, he'd approve of this nod. It's easy to see why Todd Bowles called Dixon a breath of fresh air. The most underrated offseason addition, Dixon punted it 8 times with a 50.4 yards per punt average. That's pretty good. Games are won and lost by yards, and having a veteran punter is an X factor for a winning team when it comes down to field position. Just look at last season, when punters were brought in and tossed aside like unwanted Christmas toys. Number 8. Unfortunately, not everything was sunshine and rainbows. Cornerback Jamal Dean, he impressed in practice last week with 2 pass breakups on Wednesday and Thursday, but he was toasted during the game, and not even by DK Metcalf. Dean gave up a deep ball to wide receiver Roman Wilson for 42 yards. Then he was flagged for defensive pass interference, and then he gave up a touchdown in coverage on the same drive. Yikes. Number 9. Also of note, quarterback Kyle Trask, as mentioned earlier, he disappointed coming off a strong performance to begin the preseason. He was just 3 of 10 for 19 yards, and he simply didn't have it. He lacked the zip and timing that he had just the week before. The 3rd and final preseason game will determine the grip he has on quarterback 2. And number 10. Overall, the positives outweighed the negatives in Pittsburgh. It was a fun week to cover from close and afar, and there are promising signs. It's nice to see the defense making plays, including the backup corners and inside linebackers. The Bills are the last tune-up before the regular season, and then the fun really begins. So, that'll do for my top 10 takeaways this week, but be sure to check out pewterreport.com for our daily, ever-flowing stream of Bucs content. You can also check out all our latest videos and podcasts on the Pewter Report TV YouTube channel. I want to give a big shout out to all the Pewter people watching, as we have over 20,500 subscribers, and none of this would be possible without you. You can also find us on social media on our X, Instagram, and Facebook accounts at Pewter Report. To see my 10 takeaways and more of my analysis, you can also find me on X at Adam Lives On. I hope you enjoyed this video, breaking down the Bucs' preseason win over the Steelers. Which players caught your eye with stud or dud performances? What is the one thing you want to see in the preseason finale? I'd love to hear all your thoughts in the comments section below, and I'll see you soon for another Top 10 Takeaways.